Hello and welcome to Dapper Dan's Damage Report. I, of course, am your host, Dapper Dan, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about some interesting things that happened over the last week. Let's see, first and foremost, we saw already last week the episode that was at NWC. I had a lot of fun hanging out with Jordan Owens, always a blast. I didn't really get a chance to talk much after that, but, you know, it is what it is. And when those episodes come live, I will let you know when to tune in because those are going to be on TV. When it comes down, I'll let you know. That said, we're moving on, and this week coming up, we have June 20th at the Polish American Club in Miami, Florida. ICW's No Boundaries. This is a show I always really am looking forward to shows. I really am because of my pure, true love for professional wrestling. I still love it to this day. I'm still glassy-eyed every time. I always make this comparison to anyone who asks me how I feel about it. Because I feel like a lot of people, when they get into wrestling, you see them get kind of jaded towards it. They don't watch it on TV. They don't follow the product. They don't like it. And they don't really keep a tab on it. I personally still love professional wrestling. Maybe it's because I'm so young and into it, but it's funny. With everything that goes on in professional wrestling, with the politics and that much, and everything of the he said, she said, I always feel like people are going to make it so that I don't want to like professional wrestling, that I get away from it and I'm just like, you know, I'm done. I can't stand it anymore and it's getting stupid. But sure enough, every single show, I show up, I walk through the doors, and it's like the first time I walk to a show, the first time, my first event, walking in and going, wow. And it's just that feeling is back. And I love it. And I can't wait for the next one. And it's always the same thing. And rinse, repeat. Lather, rinse, repeat. Every time. Just boom, boom, boom. So, that said, my next time where I get to be really excited and really happy and really looking forward to stuff is ICW's No Boundaries on June 20th at the Polish American Club. The reason why I'm now more excited than ever, something that grabbed my attention, is one very specific match. And I say that when the card is already awesome. The card is really great. You have an ICW Pure X Crown Championship match with several great contenders. You have an ICW Heavyweight Championship match with Mike Monroe, Sean Prime, and Tommy Vandal, three very great athletes. And you have other amazing, awesome matches, including Barrington Hughes and Dash Maverick. Barrington Hughes being a very close personal friend. And speaking of friends, for anyone who doesn't know, I have a very specific little circle of friends that I consider really close. I am friendly, and I have a lot of great friends in professional wrestling, and I love them all, and I love everyone that I've met through professional wrestling, and I've met some wonderful people. But there is a group of guys, specifically, that are some of my closest friends. Guys that I talk to on a consistent basis. Guys that I'm talking to every day. I was at lunch today, well, late lunch, early dinner, with one of them. I'm talking to one of them on Facebook now. I'm going to probably talk to another guy later on. I have very close friends, and I love talking to these people. And the fact that they have gotten into my life and enriched my life so much means so much to me. Two of these guys on Saturday are going to go to war. And I don't mean, oh, it's going to be a good technical wrestling match, and it's going to be a barn burner. No. BJ Murdoch and Vinny Ramaguchi, two guys that I consider very close personal friends of mine, almost brothers, are going to beat the snot out of each other. They will beat each other to within an inch of their lives. I met Vinny Ramaguchi a few years back at a a comic book show. He was doing a show at this arena and he was getting his face painted, and I laughed at it, and we talked for a few minutes after. And we talked about Doctor Who, we talked about him being in the Navy, him having this beautiful little daughter, who he is the light of his life, and I talked to him and it was awesome. That said, we moved on, we became very good friends, I still talk to him to this day, I'm talking to him now on Facebook, and that was pretty much it. And around that time I had also gotten started with a friendship with BJ Murdoch. At the time, Joey Saint. It's no secret, two and the same. I watched both of these men, their highest highs, and I've watched them at their lowest lows. I've seen them extremely happy. I've seen them pissed. It was so interesting to me to watch these two and watch them evolve and change as people. And they are like, to me, brothers. And it's so interesting because we all share one thing in common. Barrington Hughes, BJ Murdoch, myself, Vinny Ramaguchi, Julian Calevera even. We all share one thing in common. And that's our love for this business, our love for professional wrestling. We have been fans since day one. We are still fans to this day. We absolutely love everything about it. You know, it's so interesting. And seeing that ring and being around that ring, the magic that you see those guys go through is amazing. And I'm so happy to get to see them do it. And they are happy to be around it. And whenever we get to work together, interviews, commentary, whatever it is, it's so much fun, and I love it. And I sit there and I just hang out with them all day. And you ever hear the old adage of, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life? And I mean that. When I go to those shows and I see Vinny Ramaguchi and I see Barrington Hughes and I see BJ Murdoch and I see Julian Calevera and all these guys. The other people, yes, they're friends of mine, and I love them, and they're all nice people, and I've met some awesome people, but those guys are truly some of my best friends. And this Saturday, those two of my friends are going to go to war. They're going to beat each other senseless. And the reason I say that is Vinny Ramaguchi, for those, I just said it earlier, he's in the Navy, an airman in the Navy. He's going back into service because he's very good at what he does. He is a very good wrestler, he is a very good father, and he is a very great man in our armed services. He protects our country, and he's going to go do it again, going to Afghanistan, being deployed, and he's going to be there for a few months and drive all of us over here insane, worried, sick about him. I say it with a tear in my eye because I'm scared for my friend. And I'm scared to see what's going to happen on Saturday because, yes, they're friends, but that doesn't mean anything. They are both have the will of a champion. BJ Murdoch is a fighter. Vinny Ramaguchi is, in fact, a pure athlete, and those guys are going to go to war. They will not hold back. They will not pull punches. They will beat each other tooth and nail. And it's going to be great, and I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to watching it. I like watching what they do, and I'm going to be there watching it full as day with just clenched eyes and just, oh God, just to see them beat each other. It's going to be like this kind of thing. I know, I can tell already, and I wouldn't expect anything less from them. I'm looking forward to it so much because I know what it means to Vinny Romaguchi to see that. That said, I can't wait. If you're going to the show, please visit the link below to go to icwmiami.com. There you can get tickets to the event for a discounted price. The discounted price ends on Saturday. Actually, technically, it ends midnight on Friday. Once it hits Saturday at midnight, you're not going to get these online. You have to be at the show for a updated price. The price will be added more to it. Day of show at the door. But if you go now and go get your tickets in the description, you will be able to get them at a discounted price. I implore you to do this. I'm always a guy to help you and save you some money. I think it's a great idea. And personally, this show is going to be a great one. Forget about just that one particular match. They also have some really amazing other matches. And the atmosphere of ICW is insane. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's like nothing I've ever seen. The fans there, everything behind it is amazing. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. That said, there is the elephant in the room. Last week I posted a video on a very unfortunate day, the day that we lost Hall of Famer, the son of a plumber, the American dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby. I don't think anybody today can say that there's not a professional wrestler alive that was influenced by Dusty Rhodes. You'll be hard pressed to find somebody who's not in some way, shape, or form influenced by Dusty Rhodes. I know he is somebody I look forward to listening to as far as commentary, because I can learn from him and how he had that passion. You may not have understood a damn word that came out of his mouth, because he's juking and jiving, he's going at him, he's wailing all over him, he's getting over, he's getting roll, baby, in the pay window. Closed caption couldn't understand what Dusty Rhodes was saying, but it was so passionate and it was wonderful. And I want to be that passionate. I want people to really feel what I'm feeling when I watch these matches, because the matches are amazing. It's like I said, I am a fan still to this day, and he was a fan to his final day. I want to be just like that, and I want my passion for this business to come out onto my words to come to you, and you understand what I mean. So, Dusty Rhodes, Godspeed. The dream will forever live on, and I'm looking forward to it. This Saturday at ICW, I know one of the tapings will be dedicated to the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and that said, we're going forward, and I'll see where professional wrestling leads, because he influenced so much and had such a keen eye that I feel like this business is better for having him around and having him with it. Now, on to see what happens next. I'm looking forward to see where the future lies, because the future is what he was instilling in. And anybody, if you're getting into professional wrestling, if you're thinking about getting into professional wrestling, watch Dusty Rhodes. Watch his matches. Watch him on commentary. Watch him in anything he's done. Florida, Jim Crockett, Georgia, Texas. Amazing stuff. California, New York, everywhere he's been, he has done it all, and he has been bad to the bone every time. You know, he may not have looked like the typical guy, but as he said so lovingly once, you know, his gut is just a little too big, his butt is just a little too big, but brother, he is bad, and we know he's bad. Godspeed, Dusty. Well, and I don't really have very much else to say other than that. We're going on to ICW. Oh, actually, I have a Snapchat now. I know I'm going all over the place and I'm not talking about stuff other than just small bits here, but hey, what it is. Add me on Snapchat, guys. I will be talking about the ICW show on that. It will be on my stories. People are trying to teach me how to do this stuff. I had a Snapchat a long time ago, but I was pretty awful about it. now we're going on. We're going to do some really cool ones. I'm going to try to show some really great stuff on the show. I'm looking forward to this one. This is going to be a great event on Saturday. Several episodes of TV will be taped. I get to watch two of my friends beat the piss out of each other, which is going to give me heart palpitations. And that's really all I care about right now. Nothing else is coming up yet. Of course, if anything does happen, I'll be the first to let you know right off the top. And of course, that's when my dog starts barking. Awesome. Anyway, I will head out of here, guys. It's been fun talking to you guys, but I'm going to get the heck out of here. So I'll talk to you guys another time. Peace.